purpose of the center is really an extension of who we are as Sacred Heart Sisters. Sister Ida, again, is the person who gave us the purpose of who we are. Being yourself, that's one thing children find when they come, is just each child gets a name tag, and we still do that. And we call them by name, and they call us by name. And they learn to work together, and everything we do is to draw out the positive. Every child is listened to. We have small groups and the large groups. Whatever it is, everybody is noticed. And I think that continues. The groups that we had in the old place were small because we couldn't do more. Now we have groups of 100, 150, the same personal relationships and the joy that comes from that. And again, of being in a group, but knowing I count.
Here I am, Lord, I come to do your will.
We acquired this property from the Diocese of Orange, which actually had just become a diocese. And we lived in Holy Family Parish, and that was going to be the diocesan cathedral. So our convent became the bishop's residence, and the bishop gave us this property. And the first thing Sister Ida, our foundress, said was, well, we have to do something with it. So we took a 3-car garage and made it into a beautiful little hall where we could have young people coming for retreats. And that's how we began here with retreats. We were given this property, not given, but we needed to pay for it, so we needed funds, which we didn't have. And so we searched for people who could help, and one immediately was General Riley and his wife Emma Jane, Supervisor Riley. Emma Jane was, his wife thought of a gentleman's haberdashery, something that really hadn't been done, and we were so pleased. The very first one raised $15,000.
One day there was a gentleman who looked over the wall, the east wall of the property, and he was, actually his name is Terrence Berry, and Terrence Berry looked over the wall because he was helping the diocese with the property on the other side that they were building on. And before long, Terrence was in the kitchen with the sisters with cookies and tea and talking with them. And Sister Lucia and the sisters living there at the time started to share kind of the need of what was happening. And the sisters had this thought, let's build a big auditorium, like just a bigger hall, a bigger conference room, and that would be enough and good. But Terrence saw the beauty of the property and what we had here in this 2.93 acres. He actually was saying, actually, sisters, I think you need a master plan. You don't want to just build one big hall. You have a treasure here, and make a bigger master plan, and maybe you're going to build a little at a time, but have a master plan. And then he even helped the sisters to go see Tony Moiso at Rancho Mission Viejo, and then again going to Art Bircher and the same response. And then gradually each of those wonderful people who were part of that vanguard, the team of hearts, George O'Connell, Isabel Villaseñor, Richard Hansaker, and others, they all helped, and they introduced us to other friends and contacts, and with that a beautiful team of hearts was put together, and they helped us to raise the $4 million that was needed to build the current Heart of Jesus Retreat Center that opened in 1992, 25 years ago. And together with them, Melinda Moiso, Paul Salata, Gabe Bircher, Mike Cade, and many other people have continued to provide for the upkeep and the daily operations of our retreat center through the Gentleman's Haberdashery. And we're very grateful for that gift that they've given. The Heart of Jesus Retreat Center actually is built on homemade chocolate chip cookies and also on prayers.
What can you give to someone that would mean something? And I have always been amazed how deeply touched people are by a bag of homemade cookies. With the similarities between what we did in the beginning and what we're doing 25 years later is very much the same. In a 3-car garage it wasn't the environment so much as our presence and the children. And everything was really geared for them, for each age. That they would go home with something more than just the day. In essence, we're all human persons, and even though our environment can be different, there's still that desire to love and be loved and to be myself. And we see that with each of the sisters who is able to continue this beautiful apostolate year after year.